Hello, welcome to this not Road to the Best episode, but Random Battle Team Tournament. Week 1, we have to play against Zeb, one of the top tier Generation 8 player. And as you can hear, I'm playing Generation 8. So it's a best of 3, it's a tournament game. I don't want to disappoint my team. I'm on Team Smogon and I want to win this. It's a best of 3, as I said, and I will focus today. Have fun. So Generation 8 is really interesting because we've got Dynamax in this generation. And yeah, if you want to see more of Generation 8 content, I played a lot of random battle games on my channel. I also have a playlist for that, but let's focus on this game for now. As you can see, there are also a lot of spectators. My team, his team, outside spectators will also join. Gonna be a very, very fun game, I hope. So we have a Soul Walk lead into Terrakion. And I will calc a lot. I will use the time because it's only a best of 3. I don't want to make mistakes. And if I sometimes am a bit more quiet, it's because I have to focus quite a bit. So don't mind me there. We've got a Leafeon with Lumberry, 2 attacks, Swords Dance Synthesis. We've got Gourgeist Super with the Choice Band, Silvally Fighting with Swords Dance, Ice Cube Noise with Zen Headbutt, Citrus Berry, and Buffalo Land with Reckless. Yeah. I think we are playing against Team Hoopa, as far as I can tell from the chat. We could set up Stealth Walk. I like that, because if he goes for Sword Stance next turn, he will probably go for Close Combat. We can switch into Gourgeist, and Gourgeist should survive with +2 Stone Edge. If he is alive, or we do survive. He could go for Dynamax then already, but we've got Ice Cube to counter that, so let's just set up Walks. He goes to Politoed, amazing turn 1, and the problem is we don't have the best Politoed switch in. Because I need Gourgeist healthy for that Terrakion for sure. We only have physical attackers, which makes it hard to swap something into Scald as well. Buffaland maybe? Buffaland takes 2 Scalds, Headshot does a lot, we are Reckless. If he goes for Toxic, we could go for Sword Dance. Yeah, I like that. We also have Lumberry Leafeon. Does Leafeon survive a combination of Scald and Ice Beam? It does. So why not go Leafeon here and just go for Leaf Blade? I like Leafeon. He goes for Scald, does not crit, does burn unfortunately, but we've got the Lumberry. But the Lumberry is gone now. We could set up a Sword Stance or we just go for Leaf Blade. I could also make something very aggressive and switch to Silvally, because Silvally would catch a Steel type coming in, because Steel type's Wall Leafeon, but I want to play it safe for now. He goes to Quillfish. Maybe we crit. Having the Lumberry would have been nice now, because he can just go for Thunder Wave here. Quillfish does not run a poison move, so I can also set up a Sword Stance and then KO him with the next Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade doesn't KO, but I will do that because I want to not give him all the free hazards, Toxic Spikes, and all that stuff, especially because we don't have a grounded poison type. Here we are, there are the Toxic Spikes, and we have a chance to KO the Quillfish with Leaf Blade. We get the lowest roll possible, but he only goes for Waterfall. That means he does not have Thunder Wave. Okay, so he has Destiny Bond and Taunt, I think. I will set up another Sword Stance. Yeah, Destiny Bond. I can use Synthesis to get back to full, and then, like, his last move is probably Taunt, so that's just free setup for that. I could try to KO the Quillfish, but yeah, he sets up Spikes. Okay, should I set up another Sword Stance? I might. He could switch. I think he switches now. Oh no, we could have set up another Sword Stance. I was so sure that he wants to switch now, and I wanted to catch the switch in immediately. What does he go to now? Maybe he has to burn the Dynamax. And in Generation 8, it's not like Terra. If you burn Terra first, you are not in a disadvantage, but if you burn Dynamax first, you are. That's why he played it like that, because Manectric is faster. Oh, Overheat does not KO from Choice Scarf, so I can go for Synthesis. I should have Leaf Bladed. I should have Leaf Bladed. Man! That sucks. Overheat only has a 37% chance to one-hit KO. I will try to get this Synthesis off. What if he goes for Max Flare? I will switch to Solwalk. If I Leaf Bladed there, I won. That's rough. Okay, he just overheats. That's okay, because I can just go for Rock Slide now. He probably switches to Politoed, but that's good damage on the Politoed. The T-Spikes are annoying, but it's not too bad. I could also double switch. He doesn't seem to have a Grass Resist, so I could double switch to Leafeon. He goes to Sigilyph. I wanted to Rock Slide. That does not make any sense. Okay. That is a crazy switch, but here's Life Orb, a Magic Guard. Rock Slide would have dealt 80%, but it is what it is now. Can't change it. I will just go for Double Edge now. He will go for Air Slash, and now I go to Solrock, I think. I don't want to go Gourgeist. I could go Buffaland, but I want to keep Buffaland healthy for the Politoed. I survive an Energy Ball, so... yeah. He goes to Politoed now, okay. We connect with Rock Slide, that's great. He is Chesto Berry. So he has Ice Beam, Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic, Rest. Do I want to switch to Buffaland here? I do want to switch to Buffaland here. I could go for Superpower if I want to predict with Terrakion, but I think in general, Close Combat, but I think in general getting... Wait, this is not possible. Yeah, it was the max roll. Oh, that's rough. I have to go Silvally here. Does he go... I could go for Swords Dance, because he would probably go for Rest. That game is not looking great. Do I want to go for Crunch now because he switches to Sigilyph? I think I do want to Crunch now. Because I just need damage on the Politoed. If he stays, he's in Solrock range. And that would be fine as well. I just don't want to give him the free switch to Sigilyph. I would have probably just won if I used a Leaf Blade on the Manectric, but I did not predict the Overheat miss. He goes to Manectric. And now he can KO me with Volt Switch, but I get Switch advantage, so that's good. If he goes for Thunderbolt, okay, he goes for Volt Switch. Probably Politoed. Well, I have to use my Dynamax now. Or I fish a Rock Slide Flinch, but no. I think I can go to Solrock. Yeah. I did not play that optimally, but we still have a very good chance to win. His Sigilyph probably has Woost. It does not get Woost. Wait, I'm in the wrong generation. I think I'm still in a decent position. Because I should be able to either bait out his Dynamax or force him to use Dynamax with a physical attacker. And then I have Ice Cube to block one move. If he goes to Drakion now, do I want to go for Max Rockfall because he could switch to Sigilyph to stall a turn of Dynamax? Or do I just go for Max Quake because he maybe just stays? I feel like whatever I do, it's going to be wrong. You might ask, why did I never use Gorgeist against the Politoed? Okay, here we are. I think I'll go for Max Quake. Okay, he Dynamaxes. Remember how I said, or remember when I said, he is going to, we get a crit. That's huge, because now we can go for another Max Quake. He will go for Max Guard most likely. And then we can switch to Ice Cube. Yeah. Okay, that's fine, because now we can switch to Ice Cube. Sometimes it's not needed to go for Belly Drum with Ice Cube. And I can just go for Liquidation. The crit is lucky, but he would have still been in range for Liquidation probably. This is also looking very good for Shadow Sneak Gorgeist endgame, because Manectric is in range, Terrakion is in range, and Sigilyph should also be in range. We do not get our Citrus Berry here. He goes to Comfy. And I have to go Gorgeist immediately, I think. Gorgeist super against Comfy. It's either Specs or Life Orb, but we are Choice Bandit. I could also just spam Icicle Crash, then KO him with Poltergeist, switch out, and then win with Shadow Sneak. What if he has Life Orb and goes for Core Mind here? +1. I drop to 88. He does 38. I drop to 50. I take poison damage, 38. I switch out, 25. It depends on the Draining Kiss roll then. He could also be Specs. He could go to +2. A lot of options. I'll go for Crash. Because I get the flinch. That was also something I thought that could happen. And I can just Crash again. He does not get Synthesis. He gets the Core Mind off. I can just Crash again. He heals a lot. We connect. We have to go Gorgeist. And now it all comes down to this Draining Kiss roll. Yeah. 36. Connect with Poltergeist and I guaranteed win. We get the lowest roll on the Poltergeist as well. Oh, that's frustrating. So why was it a guaranteed win if this Poltergeist connected? I was at 40%, right? I switch out. Sigilyph was in range for Shadow Sneak. So I switch out. I toss Sorok, drop to 28 after spikes, get a KO 16. Ah, man. GG. I also got lucky with a crit and Icicle Crash flinch, so yeah. Also, I got lucky with an overheat miss, but I decided to click synthesis. Yeah, whatever. Just stay focused. It's a best of 3. It's okay to lose 1 or 2 games during the whole tournament. It just comes down to winning a best of 3. Delibird gets freeze dry, memento, rapid spin, spikes. We don't have an freeze dry switch in. I can go for bulk up into facade, obstagoon. Delibird freeze dry doesn't do a lot. Facade OKOs if we are +1. Yeah, that's always the play. I'm kinda the one game. Yeah, it's okay. It's also on me that I lost because I played really bad, I think. We can look at it after the whole series. There were a few turns that I should have done differently. Like, I think going for synthesis is never the play. It's either Leaf Blade, try to KO the Manectric because Manectric was a problem. And then I can still my main thought was if I KO the Manectric, the Terrakion comes in and KOs my Leafeon because it was faster, but bad thought for me. He goes for spikes. We've got Defog on Sigilyph, so that's okay. He could go for Memento now, but I could also go for another bulk up. The cool part is that he cannot freeze us because we've got the Flame Orb activated and we KO the Delibird here. I think that's a good trade. And how does he revenge kill us? He has Webombi. That's a really good way to revenge kill us, and we have nothing, literally nothing for this Webombi. So that's why I'm thinking about just Dynamaxing here already. Yeah, I will do that. Because we have a boosted Obstagoon now, and I don't want to deal with Sticky Web. I don't want to deal with a Webombi at all. We have no Fairy Resist. And now he has to show another Pokemon that is still faster, because he already had Webombi and Delibird. And if he doesn't have something that's faster, now we have a +1 Guts boosted Obstagoon on the field. And it sounds weird to use Dynamax in turn 3, but I plan to end the game early. And I also had to remove this Webombi because Keldeo sucks into it. Viperia, even after Rock Polish, it's not faster, and Moonblast does a lot, so sucks. Dubwool cannot hit it, bad. Sigilyph takes too much from Moonblast, so overall that Webombi was something I just didn't want to deal with. If he has a Xerneas in the back, I will just surrender. Well, Xerneas is not as big of a problem because we can at least threaten it by being faster. Webombi we could not outspeed. And since he's thinking a lot, yeah, he goes to Garbodor. Does Garbodor survive a +1 max strike? It does. But we deal a lot of damage. And he only... I don't know if Gunk Shot actually KOs us. It does not. It does never KO us. Do we go for Max Strike or Max Darkness? I think Max Darkness in case he wants to switch out. But then we get a speed drop. What do I want more? Speed or special defense drop? Like, obviously for Obstagoon itself, speed drop is better. It does the same amount of damage. Yeah, let's just go for Max Strike. He survives that and goes for spikes. Okay, so he has something that's fast. I go for Max Knuckle to get another attack boost. We got Defog, okay? So I'm not too worried about it. Okay, here's Lugia. Do I want to keep Obstagoon? I don't think so. And maybe he misses Aeroblast. Air Slash. It's actually Air Slash in this gen. Okay. I could go to Hexorus now and just keep the pressure up. Lugia. Air Slash, Toxic, Boost. I could also go to Sigilyph and break the multi-scale first. I know I have Mold Breaker on my Hexorus, But that's good for Rhyperia if I can break with multiscale, and then maybe I force a switch, and then later I can use Stone Edge. The problem is Rhyperia not necessarily beats Lugia, because Roost removes its flying typing, and then he gets back to multiscale, so he can use sub Roost, Roost to also stall out Stone Edge PP. I went Sigilyph because I wanted to get rid of his spikes, and he just goes for Air Slash. I will just go for Air Slash myself. I get a flinch, okay. I can just spam Air Slash, especially because he has heavy duty boots. I will just fish for the flinches. Like, it's not out of my favor that I win this 1v1. Okay. Or I at least burn some boost PP, which is also good. It's a 30% chance to get a flinch. Okay, that is actually quite unlucky. In the last 6... Wait, how many turns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 30%, 8 of... Okay. That's wild. But I can go to Rhyperia now and go for Rock Polish. Because I also lowered the evasion. I can do that. Maybe he switches. Maybe I should Stone... I will Stone Edge immediately, because now I force him to use Roost, and now I go for Rock Polish, and now I can Stone Edge again. That way it was way better. Let's see what his Rhyperia answers. I kind of want to go for Earthquake, because I kind of have a feeling that he switches to something that's good into Stone Edge, but bad into Earthquake. But I can play it safe for now, because I put Lugia in +1 outrage range now as well. So Hexorus also beats Lugia. Okay, he tosses Lugia. He still has Dynamax, and I have to respect that. Suicune. I can just go for Earthquake. And get the free switch into Keldeo and go for Calm Mind. Could have also tried to go for Dragon Dance with Hexorus, but okay, he goes for Dynamax. It's Max Airstream. It's the free attacks Calm Mind set. But that's okay, because we survive that. And now I can go for Secret Sword. And Secret Sword again. He could set up the Rain to boost his Scald, but that's okay. And he does that. I can go to Dubwool. Dubwool should not take a lot from Suicune. Well, +1 and Rain kind of hurts. Do I go Hexorus here? Ice Beam also kind of hurts, but Outrage KOs him. I will just go for Dubwool endgame. I just hope that Dubwool beats the last Pokemon. And I probably get an Outrage off as well, because he has nothing that was faster than the Obstagoon, so it's probably also slower than the Hexorus. If it's a Ghost type... Okay, Linoon... Linoon should not be able to get a Belly Drum here, right? No, it does not. And Extreme Speed does not KO me. And then I win with Dubwool. Yeah, as long as he doesn't get... Okay, so same thing. As long as he doesn't get a double critical hit, because... Yeah. Well, I'm fluffy. Even a +6 critical hit does not KO, so I can go for Cotton Guard into Body Press. Body Press did not KO. Fluffy gets not taken into account, and we win. GG. He had a lot of things that were faster than Obstagoon, but they could all not KO the Obstagoon at 20%. Air Slash from Lugia, Extreme Speed from Linoon. We win. Okay, game 3. Gotta focus. Start timer. Have fun. Okay, I love Tornadus. I love Tornadus. Tornadus T is amazing. Regenerator Pokemon are the best. I'm telling you. And unfortunately, we are not the Assault Vest set, but Heavy Duty Boots is also not bad. What if he is choice Specs? I'm just figuring out, should I go for knockoff or not? I could go for superpower immediately. I could also switch to Tyranitar. He cannot hit Tyranitar and I can get rocks up. I like Tyranitar. Unfortunately, I don't have U-turn, but that's okay because we have Tyranitar. What else do we have? We have Archeops, also gets a special defense boost in the sand. We've got Hitmonchan with Assault Vest, another great pivot. Whiscash really sucks into grass types and Deden. Okay, let's go to Tyranitar here. Shaking. I want to win. Okay. Game free gaming. We have 33 users in the chat right now. That's crazy. Okay, he goes to Palossand. Knockoff would have been great, but this is also not too bad. Tyranitar into Palossand. Not bad, not great, because Earth Power does not do half, and Crunch does do half. I will go for Crunch first. Nice. Death Drop, amazing. He goes for Toxic. Okay, I will set up my rocks now. Obviously, Tyranitar is my hard check for Porygon 2, but this is also fine. Do I switch to Whiscash? Do I just want to Fire Punch? I will just switch to Whiscash. I think having Sand is not bad, just for chip damage as well. And I will just go for Earthquake. I will play it safe for now to just get information what he has in the back. I could also set up a Dragon Dance to already pressure him a lot. I don't think he stays. But what if he does? Because the problem is Copperarch into Archeops, Deden, Tyranitar. I will still go for... This turn is rough, okay? This turn is really rough. Because if I get an Earthquake off on Copperarcher, I am in a very, very, very good position. I could also be Choice Band, and Choice Band, I will go for Dragon Dance. Ah, man! Oh. I have this feeling that he switches to Palossand, and if I get this Dragon Dance off on the Sacrifice, that would be insane. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared. Okay, do I lose a lot if I go for Earthquake and he switches to Palossand? Yes, and that's why we're Dragon Dance. Do I lose more if he stays and goes for Heavy Slam? He is Choice Banded Copperarcher. Yeah, Coco Jumbo. I will go for Dragon Dance. He's thinking a lot. He doesn't have a lot into his Whiscash, so maybe he stays. Nah! Please. Okay, without... okay, write in the comments below now. Would you go for Earthquake or would you go for Dragon Dance? 3, 2, 1. Oh, he still didn't kill it! Oh my god. I will go for Dragon Dance. Oh man, he still did not click. And he crits. And now he will sacrifice Palossand. Without the sacrifice, we would have survived Life Orb. Insane. Oh man. That is frustrating. That is so frustrating. I will go to Deden. Or do I go to Hitmonchan? The problem is Hitmonchan also does not KO. But I can get a Drain Punch off. I will go to Hitmonchan. He goes to Copperarcher. Okay, he has Marshadow. But I can just go to Deden against Marshadow, right? Because he could go for Rock Tomb. That's why I don't want to go Tornadus. Yeah, I like Deden here. He goes to Copperarcher. He can get another KO with Heavy Slam. But it's okay because I get a Thunderbolt off. And this puts Copperarcher in superpower range now. So I can go to Hitmonchan again. And use Drain Punch. Oh, he had nothing for his Whiscash. And if I just Earthquake with Copperarcher... okay, he gives me the Copper. If he goes to Marshadow... Since he did not click Rock Tomb, I have this feeling... A good double switch, by the way. Well played. I have a feeling that he doesn't have it. So he's probably like Close Combat, Spectral Thief, Shadow Sneak, Bulk Up, and Tornadus with Hurricane always KOs the Mars Shadow. He goes to Mars Shadow and I will go to Tornadus. He can obviously use Dynamax as well, like go for Bulk Up, then go for Max Phantasm. But I can also Dynamax my Tornadus. Kinda would to call someone massive, fair enough. Max Airstream, if he Dynamaxes, does 65 to 76. Okay, he goes to Walrein. I can use Knockoff. No, I will just switch to Hitmonchan. He double switched again to catch my switch. Really well done, but it's okay. He goes for Toxic. I was thinking about going Tyranitar, but I did not want to. Now he will go for Protect or switch into Marshadow. He goes for Protect. That's good for me because I can just go for Stone Edge here. Nice, we connect. That is really important because now we can go for Crunch. Or do I switch into Tornadus? No, I will just go for Crunch. Dual Wing Beat from Archeops should KO. Archeops against Walrein. Yeah, Dual Wing Beat does KO, so let's go Archeops here. I know I reveal my last Pokemon, but I don't want to get the KO with Superpower. I don't want to go Hitmonchan and give him a free switch into Marshadow, especially because my Hitmonchan would take Sand damage, Poison damage. He could use Protect, then I would take Poison damage again, and that worked. Okay. Both Archeops and Tornadus look amazing, but what if his last Pokemon is an electric type? What if his last Pokemon is Regieleki? Do we get to 50 users? Do you see how hype this Random Battle Team Tournament is? I hope you guys enjoy it as well. That game 1 loss is still bugging me. Okay, wait, Marshadow. He Dynamaxes for sure. But I survive every move, right? If he goes for Spectral Thief, Life Orb, Max Phantasm, we survive that. So I will just go for Dual Wing Beat. He goes to Porygon, okay. We connect. Is he Choice Scarf and just wanted to stall out the sand? I will just switch to Hitmonchan. Like, yeah, he goes for Ice Beam. He has Life Orb. Okay, I could have stayed, but that works perfectly fine because now I can just go for Throat Chop. And it looks like he has nothing for... Okay, he goes to Marshadow. I will just Throat Chop again. He goes for Bulk Up. I can go for Max Airstream. I don't risk a miss, and I also cover if he uses Dynamax. I don't think he will, but I just want to make sure. Okay, and his last is Cresselia. We lose if he is Calm Mind. I can go for Max Darkness to get special defense drops. He is Toxic, so he is not Calm Mind. Wait, nah! I should have clicked Max Airstream. I think Max Airstream KO'd there. It didn't. We are fine. Now I can go for Knockoff to remove leftovers. I will click Hurricane once and then I will switch to Archeops. Do I survive Max Mindstorm into Poison? I'm not Assault Vest. I do. Hurricane connects. This is insane. This is insane. Man, this is not happening. This is not happening. I have to get Stone Edge crits. Stone Edge has a high crit chance. Yeah, we lost. GG's. Oh man. I didn't want to start into the tournament like this, but I don't know. Like, if he doesn't crit there, I have a guaranteed win. Because I can just go for switch to Archeops, go for Roost, go for Roost again, go for U-turn, switch to Tornadus, switch back to Archeops, U-turn, switch back to Tornadus, switch back to Archeops, U-turn, and there's nothing he can do. Yeah, GG's. It's okay, he played well, I played shit. I will do better next time. I hope you still enjoyed it. I'm a little mad that I lost, but I will try better next time, okay? And GG to Zeb.